No amount of Hollywood VFX can hide a fundamentally mismatched cast. As Nitesh Tiwari's massive Ramayana prepares for a global release, the marketing wants us blinded by star power and IMAX metrics. But when you stack this lineup against the precise anatomical descriptions written in our sacred standard scriptures, from Maharshi Valmiki to Goswami Tulsidas, the foundation completely shatters. This isn't casting guided by spiritual reverence. It is a corporate strategy, reducing divine cosmic royalty into the familiar faces of modern pop culture. Let's brutally dissect the scriptural truth. Let's start with the central figure, Sri Rama. The film's PR machinery is heavily selling a narrative. Ranbir Kapoor giving up meat and alcohol to purify himself for the role. But lifestyle adjustments cannot alter scriptural geometry. Now we have only seen a brief teaser. It is too early to judge how digital de-aging will ultimately render Prince Rama in his early 20s. We must wait for the final film. But relying on heavy post-production to fix an actor's age highlights a glaring flaw in the casting philosophy. In the Sankshepa Ramayana of Balakanda, Valmiki defines his radiant, smooth skin tone as Snigdhavarna, which classical commentators identify as the rich, deep hue of a moisture-filled rain cloud. Goswami Tulsidas doubles down on this in his own text, describing him as Neela Sururuha Neelamani, the color of the blue sapphire and the deep blue lotus. Instead, the teaser gives us a heavily sanitized, pale aesthetic mimicking generic Western fantasy tropes. Nobody expects a modern actor to match ancient texts line for line. But by choosing a standard pale box office star and relying on digital alteration, the production trades away authentic identity for marketability. But what's the trap here? This lifestyle purification narrative is being used as a deliberate shield. It justifies casting an older actor who visually misses the Vedic profile. And this exact marketing excuse creates a massive, embarrassing contradiction the moment you look at Sita Devi. If the casting of Sri Rama trades away scriptural identity, the choice for Sita Devi exposes a completely different creative compromise. Sai Pallavi is widely respected for her raw, natural realism, but textually there is a major disconnect. The loudest argument favoring her casting is that she wears no makeup. But since when did a lack of cosmetics become the primary metric for playing a divine being? This is not a critique of Sai Pallavi's undeniable talent, but a critique of a production team using minimalism as a shortcut for Majesty. In the Sundarakanda, Sarga 15, even when Sita Mata is captive, emaciated and covered in dust, Lord Hanuman instantly recognizes her because her fundamental facial features are flawlessly regal. Valmiki explicitly uses the anatomical standard Sunasa to describe her perfectly sharp, elegant nose, and describes her face as Purna Chandra Nibhanana, radiating the unearthly brilliance of a full moon. Sita Devi represents a level of celestial grandeur, yet the filmmakers risk reducing a cosmic queen into a standard indie film aesthetic. Worse yet, this choice exposes a glaring hypocrisy in the film's moral criteria. Defenders claim that Sai Pallavi was chosen because her clean off-screen image embodies purity. But why does this strict rule completely vanish for the male lead? Ranbir Kapoor has openly discussed his complex personal history, and his recent character in Animal was the polar opposite of a pure man. Why must the actress playing Sita carry the heavy burden of public moral scrutiny to justify her casting? while the actor playing Sri Rama gets a complete pass. When they need to excuse an actress who visually departs from the scriptural description, they use her personal image as a shield. But when they want to justify a massive box office star who physically misfits Rama, they throw the exact logic out the window. The goalposts aren't just moving, they are entirely broken. Namit Malhotra's Ramayana is shaping up to be an expensive lesson for Indian cinema. True reverence for a holy scripture isn't measured by hiring Hans Zimmer or rendering flawless IMAX CGI. It is measured by having the creative courage to stay true to the soul of the characters. When a production compromises on the transcendent majesty of Sita for a marketing gimmick, relies on digital de-aging to force a casting, and constantly shifts its own ethical criteria to suit studio convenience, the foundation is already cracked. No amount of Hollywood magic can save a soul that was traded away in the casting room.